Welcome to yet another episode of Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
Can you believe we've reached the final episode of season 1?
Man, I'm just happy to be here.
It's funny that, this was a silly concept. All the conversations we had, we just decided let's put microphones in front of us and talk. And
let's see what happens.
It's been hilarious. Can't wait to keep doing it.
And here we are, 20 episodes later.
And really, we got to thank everybody out there who's watching and listening, subscribing, liking, all that good stuff.
All 7 of you.
Yeah, I mean the 8th dude. I know you're on the fence, but you got just
come on over.
Just click us.
On over.
Click it. Subscribe, man. But no, I mean seriously, like it's been cool, and as we grow and as we take this journey, gotta definitely thank everybody who's supporting us.
Yeah, for real. It's been fun knowing where we started, how we started to being here now. I mean, there's always room for growth. We ain't got this figured out yet, like 100%
at all.
But definitely.
Have we started?
It's improved a lot from episode 1. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. And the team has been great.
Team's great. Shout out to Michael B, our sound guy.
That's he.
That is he. Love his little tagline.
Right.
Yeah. Love me some Michael B. Yeah, man, we couldn't do it without Mike, Timothy and Jonathan working on the artwork and the graphics.
Hooking that up, yeah.
Super talented kids. Can't wait to see, what the future has in store for them. Love all the work that they've been putting in.
It's been a fun journey. I can't wait to see what we come up with next season, just after the new year.
Next season's gonna be great. Yeah, we're gonna take a break off for the holidays.
Got some plans, so it should be good.
Kicking off season 2 in January. Yeah, should be fun.
Should be dopeness.
Yeah, I agree.
I think at this point we should let the music ride.
We'll let it ride.
Can you reach that? You see that? Let's talk about it. Read that. Believe that. Let the people know that we see that and what they want to know. Can you reach that? Can you reach that?
And now your host, Tango and Coop.
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can you reach
that?
So, what do you think is too soon to put up Christmas decor? Like you go outside and put up Christmas lights, or you start putting up your tree in your house. What's too soon?
Anything before Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving weekend is pretty much, I feel,
The start of Christmas.
The start of the Christmas season. But it's different. I will say as time has gone on, the start for decorations, going to the stores and stuff. I was at Home Depot. They already had Christmas decorations up in October.
Like September. Yeah. No, yeah. They were like Target. Target had their Halloween stuff, but the very back aisle had their Christmas stuff already out. Like September, like late September. I'm like, come on, man.
So they start putting it out 3 months early, which I get from a business standpoint. I get it.
Right.
You're catching the early shoppers. You want to get it in before the rush is there and everything like that. That's cool and all. But all this, like everything just kind of meshes together. It all overlaps. Like it's literally Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, like all wrapped up into one.
Right.
It's just crazy to see it right now. But for me,
I'm definitely I'm on agreement with that. I'm definitely like, if I'm put the lights and the trees up, it's usually after Thanksgiving. I like
to segregate my holidays.
Yeah.
Segregation is
military style. Keep them separate branches.
Yeah.
Totally. Separate them. You know.
It works better that way. For me. Yeah, I like that.
So and just on only bringing it up first and foremost because in my neighborhood there's a few houses already. I mean, Halloween happened, trick or treaters was out there. People had some Halloween decor up.
Yeah.
But literally, I'm not kidding. November 1st, there was Christmas lights on those houses.
It's crazy.
And I was just like, wow, like it's like you didn't even let the ghosts go back in the ground and the turkeys start running to hide from. And you already got the Christmas lights up. I'm like, dang, man.
Here's the holiday hack right here. You start your Christmas on Halloween by being Santa Claus, being the ghost of Christmas past.
Right.
You start dressing up as Christmas stuff for Halloween, and then you can just ride it all the way through.
I'm just like, man, like let the turkey simmer in the oven before you start putting up the Christmas lights, man.
Right.
Let the ghosts and goblins go back, into hiding. Like it was Halloween yesterday. You got all the Christmas gear up.
Not even. This is on some Nightmare Before Christmas type shit.
And those be the same people that take them down like in March.
They just leave them up.
It's just like, we're hitting St. Patrick's Day, and they're talking like, all right, I guess it's time to take the Christmas lights down.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, man, like
I mean, for me, it's just the month.
Easter, so
it's the month. It's
I'm
Thanksgiving to New Year's. I feel like that's
yeah, and I'm generally like, Thanksgiving weekend or something like that, pop the lights up. Sometimes I'm late, so it might be a week after. But around that time, right?
yeah.
And then like you said, like once the New Year's hit, like right after New Year's, I'm maybe a week.
Gotta come down.
Gotta start getting them down.
First week of January.
But if you got your Christmas lights hanging up, and Easter is cracking, like I feel like give it a rest.
According to TikTok,
and the crazy part is there'll be people that have those giant, inflatable stuff,
yeah.
and like it's like Easter, and they still got their Santa inflating every night. It's like their snowman and their Santa. I'm like, come on,
they just put Easter bunny ears on Santa.
come on, man. Yeah. At that point, you might as well just get like a generic, like get a skeleton. And then like throw a Christmas hat on it during Christmas, and then throw
a lawn Mr. Potato Head,
right?
Just change out the costumes and stuff. Yeah, I seen on TikTok there's a way around that for your lights and stuff. You get those permanent lights that
the Gobi lights. Yeah, I seen those.
Change the colors on.
Yeah. You can just leave them as white for
regular
regular light, but during any holiday you can
change them up.
Yep, there are
red and pink for Valentine's, green for St. Patrick's.
There are those, but I mean, I feel like at least that's concealable, right? Because essentially using that for your outdoor lighting, as opposed to decor. But they can be decor if the holiday calls for it. But having like inflatables, of Santa Claus and snowmen and reindeers all over your lawn, and we're a couple of weeks out from summer.
Yeah,
it's like, come on. So those be the people that complain that I just took them down. There's already time to put them back up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you have them up longer than you have them down, you got a problem.
Yeah, but I mean, to each their own. Like people do their different seasons differently. I can't. It's not for me. I'm not a fan of crossing over.
So you mentioned earlier a few episodes back that you called it pumpkin spice and Uggs season.
Oh yeah.
So once you pass Thanksgiving and you start getting into the Christmas holidays, what is it? Is it like eggnog?
It's eggnog and hot chocolate, I guess. I don't know. There's not really.
Well, I feel like you put some clothing with the pumpkin spice. So you've got to figure what's.
I don't know. Eggnog and Santa hats.
Eggnog and Santa hats.
Yeah.
We'll go with that then. Eggnog and
Santa hat season.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's funny.
And I guess New Year's is just beer goggles.
New Year's is
champagne and beer goggles.
Yeah, champagne
know.
And caviar. Champagne wishes and caviar
How
dreams.
many different numbers can they make lenses out of for those glasses? Every year at New Year's is always the glasses that have the.
Well, I mean, now that we're in the
2025, so you got the O.
You got the one,
but then you've got a 2.
You got to use the O and the 2, I guess. Or your shit's just
or do you figure out how to put the 2? So you got the 2 on the side. The O is the lens. You have to figure out how to put the 2 above the bridge of the nose so that the round part of the 5 is the lens.
Maybe.
Now I feel like I should start creating glasses.
There you go.
Damn, another side hustle to add to the list. Number 375.
Right? Add it up.
So, but yeah, I mean, putting up stuff too early and taking it down too late, that's...
Are you a real Christmas tree or artificial Christmas tree?
I like real Christmas trees. Although, cleaning up in the holiday season, having to vacuum up all the needles or barefoot stepping on them from time to time is not pleasant. But with pets, it's sometimes rough. So
I see what you did there.
Yeah, rough. Like that pun absolutely intended.
That was very punny.
But I have an English bulldog. That English bulldog is gonna gnaw the hell out of a real tree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna try to gnaw the fake tree too. But last year he once he kind of like, well, this ain't real. He left it alone. Same thing with the cats. It's like the fake tree, they don't really mess with it, but the real trees, they trying to get at it. So
do you got cats that like go into the tree?
No, just try to bite the low hanging branches or mess with the ornaments and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so the fake is just more convenient in that sense.
I do like the convenience of the fake, especially now. Like everything's pre-lit now, so you don't even have to spend too much time setting it up.
And I'm me, I'm a gadget nut, so I seen the hologram fans where you can get that tri stand with the 3 fans and it spins up and it has a little holographic tree. I'm like, oh, I could change my tree every day. Have it rotate. So
The 12 trees of Christmas.
right, you're right.
Yeah,
So that was a thought, but yeah, no, the real trees. I enjoy the smell, like that pine, that fresh smell.
Yeah.
It has some about it. It's just nice, but yeah, with pets, it's just a no go in my house.
Yeah. I think I prefer artificial more than real trees. I like the real tree. Like you said, the smell's there. It's great. But I always forget to water. They always dry out on me.
That's true.
They always dry out on me.
Well, the beauty of the artificial is that you'll never have to worry about picking the right tree because you've got it's shaped. It's
right.
there.
It's there.
You don't have to worry, oh, this one's dope, but on the backside there's this huge hole or gap, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Artificial, you can fill it in and make it look
it
look full. Yeah. Yeah.
It's already there. So now are you a traditional green, or do you like the snow tipped, or do you like the weird colored trees that they do, or
Nah, green. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
And then just change out the ornaments.
I feel like the powdery white when they
flock.
that flocked
That Waka Flocka.
it works for the Funko Pops, but for the trees I don't like it. Like it's something about it. I feel like that dust is cancerous. Like something tells me in like 10 years they can be like, hey, for all those people who have those flocked trees,
there's compensation. How do they do? Yeah.
You're gonna die soon because you inhaled all that stuff. But you can sign up to receive $150 check. You might be qualified for.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I like them, and I don't know. Maybe it's a California thing because we don't really get snow out here, so it looks fake.
Yeah,
But like if you're in an area that snows, like
maybe
seeing
you like
a
that.
snow tree, yeah. It definitely.
Have you seen on social media the people that use that spray foam on the windows and then they like etch into it and make these crazy murals out of it?
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I feel like I'm pretty artistic. I mean, I draw and all that stuff, but I feel like that's just I don't have the patience for that.
No.
I don't have the patience. It's the way that the
turn it into a family bonding event.
Nah, I'll end up just playing tic-tac-toe in it.
It's like you're trying to draw Frosty the Snowman, and it's just a bunch of dick and balls.
Right. It's like that ain't gonna even look. It's not just yeah. No, it's crazy.
That's funny.
But you have anything any items on your wish list? Some new kicks or anything? Some pops?
Too much shit, honestly. All junk that I don't need. But I mean, with the move too, it's like I want a lot of stuff for store. Like I want a new toolbox for all my tools and stuff. I got a garage now, so I can start. I want to start organizing all my tools and shit.
Are you similar to me in the sense that like people hate buying gifts for me because they always say, every time I think I know what to get you, you already got it, or you already go get it?
Kinda. Yeah, I actually have to stop myself from buying stuff so that people can buy me stuff.
Yeah, like
I think
around November time, that's my thing, is I kind of hold off buying anything because I know I'm going to end up buying what somebody's already trying to buy for me.
Yeah, I think that's a holdover just from me being single because I didn't have anybody to buy stuff for me, so I treated myself, I didn't wait for anything special. It's like I don't need to.
I've just always been like
I just buy it when I want it.
I've always just been kind of like oh, that's dope, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very impulsive. I'm a very impulsive shopper. I don't shop often, but when I do shop, it's half the time I don't need it. It's just like, oh, I like that, let me get it.
Yeah.
Like these black cement Jordans that I got on the fucking shock drop.
Black cement Jordans are some class. I mean, the black cements and the white cements.
And they dropped both of them this year, and somehow
Can't go wrong.
I got lucky enough to get them both.
Can't go wrong. You should wear one on each foot.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let that sit.
You should just do that. Hey, I see people do it all the time. They did it with the Kobe Grinches and the reverse Grinches, wear one on each foot. They do it with the. I've seen it as of late. I've seen it with the foam posits, the metallic blue and the metallic red.
Yeah,
one on each foot. I've seen a lot of people do that with certain shoes.
Yeah, I don't think that's me. I think I would do it jokingly. I don't think I would do it like as a serious fashion sense. Like if I'm doing it because I'm being facetious. Like I'm trying to get a rise out of somebody or something. I'm looking for attention if I'm mixing up my shoes like that.
You should, if you do that, you should get clothes that are all halved,
half and half. Be like Wayne Brady on How I Met Your Mother, where he
returns and he's McDonald on one side.
He was was it Michael McDonald or Kenny Rogers?
Was it Kenny Rogers? I don't remember, but yeah.
And Cher on the other side. I don't know. It was hilarious though. But I could do that. I could wear the black cements on the Kenny Rogers side and the white cements on the Cher side.
That would be funny. I think we'd have to put that on social media.
Or I could do like a Lloyd and Harry split, you know. I want to do that. I want to get me a half orange, half blue suit.
So you could be both Dumb and Dumber characters.
I can be Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
So that's Halloween next year. You're going to be Dumb
dumber.
and Dumber.
No, for Christmas. For Halloween through Christmas. That'll be my whole spiel between October and December.
Just be Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
All in one.
Yeah. It works as my Halloween costume. I can put
that top hat's going to be crazy.
The top hat would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be
half orange, half blue.
Yeah, that'll be wild. That'll be a wild one. Dumb and Dumber is like one of those movies, man, where I find myself referencing to this day just certain things. It's just hilarious.
Anytime somebody says Samsonite.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Samsonite.
If I see a Samsonite case, I've got to get to Aspen.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious. That's a classic. So many underrated classic. If
the part 2 actually wasn't terrible, but nothing
tops the first.
Nothing beats that first one. That first one was just, yeah.
It's a lot of sequels that are hard to follow up the original.
Yeah,
like if they did a second something about Mary, it never could have. I don't think it could have touched the first one.
And speaking of sequels that are in the universe, I saw that Kevin Smith hinted apparently at a potential Dogma 2, and there's rumors that like Ben Affleck and
damn, bring the whole cast back. That was a star-studded cast back then.
Yeah,
that's another underrated low key movie that didn't get the love that I think it should have got.
Dogma was hilarious.
Dogma was great,
but yeah, I mean it was controversial too, though. That was why. But yeah, they said that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck probably be on board and potentially do a sequel. Dope. So
get Alanis Morissette back on.
I'm kind of curious,
Get Chris Rock back on.
Little Jay and Silent Bob action.
Jay and Silent Bob.
So
bring back Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, I'd be down for another Dogma. Why not?
Snoochie Boochies.
Yeah, right. Kevin Smith, man, like I don't know if you ever watched it, but he had I don't want to call it a documentary. It was just more of a live event that they filmed. But the evening with Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
The stories that came out of that, like it was just him basically speaking.
Yeah.
And college kids and whatnot asking questions, and all that stuff. But just the stories, man, that was probably one of the most entertaining. I guess it'd be like a keynote almost, but it was just entertaining. Like the stories he came with, all these different movies and ideas, and crowd interactions and things like that he's had. Just experience in general.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. It was funny in itself.
Bro's pretty creative.
So
I'm a fan. All the stuff that he's done, Blunt Man and Chronic, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then for him to get Mark Hamill, crazy.
Hey, Degrassi, he got Drake.
That he did. Yeah, I like him. Bro's a low-key genius.
And then K-Dot got Drake.
Man, K-Dot. Album just dropped.
Album did drop.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I have not either. I saved it when I saw that it dropped this morning. So
it's a lot of.
By the time this episode comes out, it'll be about a week out. So we'll have listened to it by then. But I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to listening to it.
It'll be good. So much music coming out now. Cube dropping music. Snoop's dropping music. Exhibit's dropping music.
Yep.
Man,
it's a nice list of 90s and 2000s artists dropping some heat.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad to see it.
We definitely gonna see. I mean, the Missionary album comes out it'll be out when this episode airs. But yeah, it comes out at the beginning of December. So I already have it pre-saved, but this first 2 singles are already available.
Already dropped. Both bangers.
Both of those are bangers.
Eastsiders
album
music.
Yeah, that's out.
Just seen they said on Sway in the morning.
You know what I'm really waiting on, because I feel like it has to come. It's inevitable.
I know what you're gonna say. I knew it.
Redman. You already know I'm a fan. So.
I heard them talking about
those all his Jack and
beats.
Oh man, it's been just pure fire, and they just dropped that cipher with him, Meth, and Raekwon.
That was dope,
dude. I'm like, come on, Red. I'm ready for Red. I'm ready for an album.
Yeah,
I'm ready for an album.
I saw rumors about a Blackout 3. Well, maybe not them doing it, but interest in doing a Blackout 3.
Hey, Meth is fire too. Let's do it.
Both of them together. Both of them, they're like a great tag team duo.
they're the yin and the yang for sure. Like it's just
and they work.
It's one of those things where you. So it's one thing when you have a group, right? You have a fantastic group. Like I'm a big fan of Outkast, and they're very different from each other, but they mesh.
So different.
But they mesh, and it works, right?
Yeah.
And then they ventured and they did like solo projects and stuff like that, and it's still dope. Red and Meth were the opposite. Meth was already in a group.
Right.
Red was a solo album artist. Meth obviously was also basically a solo artist as well.
They basically got pushed together, right?
And then but then they came together and created their duo group, whatever. And it's just I don't know. It just works so well. They just bounce off each other perfectly.
Man, them doing How High together, that movie.
And there's only one How High movie that I'll ever acknowledge.
Have you seen the second one?
There's only one How High movie.
You're a hater. I like that the new generation was trying to, tip their hat back to the old school by doing the How High too. But
I appreciate the tip of the hat. It didn't work.
It's definitely not as good as the first. But
and the part that's kind of a shame is some of the dudes that are in that movie are actually really funny dudes. Like they had a lot of people there that are funny. I just feel like the movie was a little bit of a try hard.
Mm-hmm.
But the first is just too classic. It's just too classic. How High is just too classic.
It really is. They did that movie right. Plus, they had some big names in there. Of course, I'm drawing a blank on everybody's name right now. Lame. But it was a great movie.
I'm gonna sit here quietly while you come up with the names.
You're gonna be sitting there quietly for a long time. It's gonna be a lot of dead air. I see faces. Lark Voorhees. She was one.
There you go.
Essence Atkins.
I was about to say Saved by the Bell just to give you
Saved by the Bell.
I was about to say Saved by the Bell.
Lisa Turtle. Yeah, she was great. She was great in How High.
So, but no, that's one of those. There's a few movies, and I feel like home video propelled the popularity even more.
Yeah.
Similar
called
to,
classic. Yeah.
Yeah, similar to like Half Baked, right?
Yeah.
Like Half Baked, nobody. I don't think there's anybody that I've ever heard who watched Half Baked was like, I didn't like it.
Yeah. And that movie was ahead of its time too, because he was talking about weed delivery services and shit.
Right.
I want to talk to Samson. Sir smokes a lot.
So yeah, I mean
Tracy Morgan.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean that whole. I mean he had Snoop in that movie. He had everybody. I mean
Willie Nelson.
Oh yeah.
Sarah Silverman.
So.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Great cameos, great concept.
Yeah,
I love horses.
Yeah,
shit was dope. I like that movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see how far Chappelle has come. Because yes, Cuban B.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean that movie is just hilarious. Yeah, I mean Chappelle is.
Bro's done a lot throughout his career. And like to think back
to this day when Chappelle Show comes on, I watch.
Watch.
There's times where I'm just like I'm flipping through different and there was a point where he said, remember, I don't know if you remember that, where he said if you catch it on
don't watch it.
Don't watch. And
wasn't getting.
And when I was like I'm not gonna mess with it no more because I love Chappelle. I think he's just a genius. He's one of those comics, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Chappelle. Like he's on that. I didn't want to call it Mount Rushmore.
He's in that class.
There's too many.
He's in that class of greats.
The comic Rushmore definitely has more than 4, but yeah, he's definitely up there. So when I found out that he wasn't getting looped into that money, that's messed up. You know? So I know I guess now there's a deal that's been worked out. Now he
got
he's
it.
Like,
all
go ahead
out.
and get.
But I mean, that's how it is.
But those shows are just so good. They're just so good.
Yeah, all these big businesses, they could give two shits about the artist.
Yeah.
Like I've garnered your art. I can do with it however I please, and I don't have to pay you for it. It's like
your art and your likeness,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's
you
like
signed the contract. Yeah. Like don't make the contract so fucking shady. But
I just every time I hear about these stories, I just envision after the signing, it's Mr. Burns. Excellent.
We got him.
It's just that evil.
Yeah, they're all in the back room.
Maniacal. Yeah. Like yeah.
He signed the contract.
Can you believe it?
Right.
So.
Every time, like how many, and so many people like and it's crazy to see, like the anti-industry movement for that reason.
Right.
It's like everybody wants to make it big, everybody wants to go mainstream, but at the same time, like, is it worth
Right.
going through that gambit? Because they're definitely going to screw you over.
And that's why I'm torn with the tussle between the big Hollywood production versus the independent. Because a lot of people say like, oh, there was a while there where you get all these great comedies, movies, and you get all this stuff, and now there's just no budget for it because everything's going to streaming, so they cut the budget, so there's not as many flowing anymore. Like,
Right.
you remember when you had all the Talladega Nights and the Step Brothers, and you had like a flurry of these movies, comedy wise, and now they're not so much, and they're not trying as hard because they're mostly independent.
Right.
And so there's that tussle. Like, you want that big Hollywood, but the problem is the big Hollywood are the ones that screw the people who are actually
over.
being creative and doing, and I'm not even talking about just the actors. I'm talking about the writers and all that
Everything,
too.
yeah.
Everybody gets screwed.
Yeah.
But then you got the independents where maybe they get a little bit of piece, bigger piece of the pie, but then the production value maybe isn't there.
Isn't as quality.
So it's definitely a give and a take. But at this stage, I feel like, especially with social media, there's so many different ways to become successful, especially, if you hone in on your art and you just focus on what you're putting out there content wise.
If you build it, they will come.
I mean, imagine if social media was what it is now, say 20 years ago. What would Chappelle be? Would he still be what he is?
Nah, he'd be even bigger.
Or would he be just massive?
He'd be even bigger.
Because I feel like
he would be the Kim Kardashian of comedy.
I feel like the creativeness and the ideas that come out of that dude is, if he put those into sketches or if he put those into little, at the time, Vines or now, Reels or anything like that, dude, you'd have some hilarious bits.
You know what collab I would like to see? A Chappelle, Key, and Peele collaboration.
Ooh.
I don't know if there's any bad blood between the two. I know Chappelle has poked fun at them, like saying like they just did his show. It's the same thing type of stuff.
Right.
But like, I think the three of them in a room together working on a project.
I think I remember hearing Key, I don't know if it was both or one of them saying that if it wasn't for Chappelle, they wouldn't have had Key and Peele.
Yeah.
So
he opened the door. Yeah.
I think there's definitely a nod that direction. I don't know if it's precipitated, but I think. But I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, Chappelle's a pretty smart dude. I mean, I think
that would be great because they're all three hilarious individuals.
Yeah,
hilarious individuals.
Yep. Yeah, I think social media definitely would drive some of those pretty crazy.
It really would. It's like the production they did, the movie Keanu.
I love Keanu.
Man, I couldn't get enough of it.
I love Keanu. I still every once in a while throw that back in just because.
I couldn't get enough of it. I loved everything about that movie.
It's just, hey, he just wanted to. He found a cat. He wanted to make a calendar, man.
Right.
That's all he wanted. And so,
give me my cat back.
Give my cat back, man.
That's it.
Yeah, no, that's pure classicness.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Another thing, with social media, and I love the fact that with podcasts and different shows like Club Shay Shay, you get all this cross exposure because even podcasters who have podcasts go on other podcasts,
right,
to promote their podcast.
Yeah,
it's a podcast pod, if you will. But Cat Williams jumped into Club Shay Shay. I mean, his was already a big show, but he definitely propelled that show even higher, and I feel like it definitely gave the opportunity for even bigger guests and whatnot to keep coming on. And maybe I'm overreading. Maybe he already had those guests lined up, but I feel like the popularity of that episode.
Nah, that definitely. I feel like that definitely
massive.
That definitely pushed Shay Shay to another level. Because I mean, even now, that bro is clearing 10+ million views on that episode.
Exactly.
Like, that's a lot.
And he's had a ton of really great episodes. I mean, shout out to Shay. I mean, like, Unc is doing it. I mean, that show is fantastic. I find myself just having it on all the time.
I just seen he interviewed Keke Palmer.
Yeah. That's a big one that just happened.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, he's had some great guests, some great stories, and I think he gives a nice setting where people are comfortable just talking, and it works. It works really well. He definitely knows how to drive that conversation. He pokes fun at stuff at the right moments, and then he kind of brings out some exposure at the right moments. And I definitely dig it. So, but that Cat Williams, I think, definitely propelled. I don't know if it propelled the show, but it definitely drew more eyes.
Right.
Definitely drew more eyes.
Right.
So, but when Cat talks, he always has. I don't know. I feel like regardless of what he's saying, whether he's cracking jokes or he's just spitting some real, I feel like people just listen. I mean, you just want to hear what he's gonna say next.
Yeah, because you never know what he's gonna say next.
You don't. You
Yeah.
really don't. So
that's what makes it dope. I also heard he is either working on the deal or already closed the deal to buy a military base
I heard about that.
in
Alabama, right?
Alabama. Yeah. Turn it into a movie studio.
That's dope. I mean, it definitely reminds me of, you know, obviously Tyler Perry doing something similar.
50 Cent is
50
doing
Cent's
the
same thing. So
So it feels to me like they are in the works of turning the South into like a Black Hollywood,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. I mean, when you think about it, Alabama's an interesting choice. You wouldn't if Cat Williams came to you and said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna open up a movie studio, I'm gonna own it." Where do you think it's at?
Not Alabama.
I mean, you may guess Atlanta. You may guess
Atlanta would be the first place.
There's a few
yeah.
people.
That would
There's
be
a
the
few
first
places in the
place.
South that you may guess. Maybe even, you know, maybe somewhere in, I don't know, maybe Louisiana. But I don't know if you'd come up with Alabama as your guess.
Not me.
I think Alabama, Kentucky. There's a few of those states. I wouldn't see it, but
Seems kind of surprising.
But is at the same time is dope because now it's going to drive a certain demographic into the other direction, which will put a reality check in some people's eyes. You know.
Yeah. That's dope. I like to see it. I like the fact that he's, you know, at a place where he can do that now. I feel like this is the next step in like tearing down the gatekeepers of any industry, whatever industry it is, you know. And I hope it doesn't go down the same route of, you know, like black people having record labels, Diddy as an example, only because he's low-hanging fruit. For a black man to have a record label and screw over his artists in the same way that the record labels have always done, it's
Right.
like, all right, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. You didn't have to follow the same roadmap that they set up in order to be successful. You could have easily fairly compensated your artists and still made a bunch of money.
Right.
Without screwing them over, you know, giving them their masters. Like, you make a bunch of money, give them their masters, let them have their masters, or at least a percentage of it, a 50-50 split. I get to do what I want with them, you get to do what you want with them, and we both profit off of it.
That, and don't forget also inserting yourself in as many songs,
all the videos,
just so you can get your extra percentage on top.
Put
On top
my
of
name
everything
on
you was already
everything.
getting, you're like, oh, don't forget, I
Yeah.
said take that, so I get another 10%.
Produced by, written by, all
Right.
of that. Yeah, he's getting all the extra credit.
No, I agree. I mean,
But it's dope to see it. But I would like to see.
it definitely came out of left field for me. Not even the location. The location was a shocker, but I didn't know that Cat Williams had the interest to own
Yeah, I didn't see
movie.
that coming either.
Like it's not something that I anticipated. I could see him business owner in various parts of the entertainment industry,
yeah,
but he didn't come off as a type that was going to be like, oh, I'm going to go buy my own,
Studio.
space and I'm going to create a
Yeah.
studio and kudos. That's dope.
and an old military base at that. Like, I'm jealous. I would love to buy an old military base.
I mean, think about it. If it's got hangars and it's big buildings, especially the hangars and stuff. That's definitely sets. That's sound stages.
Right?
A little bit of conversion.
Yeah,
So
it's dope. Congrats to Cat Williams.
I see it. I know it is the last episode of the season. So I thought, we've had a lot of laughs. We talk about a lot of comedians. So I hit you up a couple days ago and I told you to kind of gather a list of some dad jokes.
Yes, sir.
And I figured we could just spit some dad jokes at each other. I know there's a lot of videos out there of people doing this and trying not to laugh.
A little dad joke cipher, if you will.
Yeah, seeing if we can, who can not laugh, or we ain't gonna do that. Let's just see.
We'll just see if it's funny. We
if
laugh.
it's funny, we laugh. You just try to catch each other off guard a little bit. I mean, I think I got some good ones. I'm sure you came up with some.
We'll see.
I figured we could spit a few back.
I feel like I got a few. That'll tickle your ribs.
So I
you want to go first?
I have some on here. So yeah, I mean, I don't have I didn't order them any particular way, but yeah, let's
hit me with one.
You ready to be hit with the first one?
I'm ready. Do it.
So what did the boy say when his mother got remarried? Nothing. He's already
He can't even get it out.
nothing because he's already caused the first divorce.
Oh my God. What? Okay. Interesting start. I got an opener for you. A little lighter note.
All right.
What did one butt cheek say to the other butt cheek?
So we're going down this route, huh?
Yeah. Because, shit is one of my favorite topics. Anyway, what did one butt cheek say to the other butt cheek? Together we can stop this shit.
All right. All right. So we're going that route. This might be a little. All right. Well, I'm just going in.
Hit it. Just hit it.
What did the priest say to the altar boy?
Shit. I don't know what.
Nothing. His mother taught him not to talk with his mouth full.
Oh my God. Dirty. That's dirty. That's crazy. All right. This is a classic. I'm sure people have heard this one before. What's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone? You can't hear an enzyme.
Got it. All right. How does a non-binary person kill people?
I don't know how.
They/them.
All right, that was a good one. You ever have sex while camping? It's fucking intense.
A scared little boy pointed to his baby sister and shouted, "Dad, Dad, she's choking." Their father replied, "Hi, choking, I'm dead."
Yeah, wild. That's wild. But this, see, I'm hesitant to say this joke because I don't know if it's accurate, but I feel like it's funny anyway. What do you call a black mortician? A grave digger. But I don't know if morticians dig graves.
I was gonna say I don't do the more.
I don't know. I don't think they dig graves.
So I'll go a little lighter. We've got a little dark hole. I'll go a little lighter.
You gonna pull us back out?
Well,
I'm gonna pull us back in.
We'll go back in a minute. But what type of music do Santa's elves listen to while working?
I don't know what.
Rap music.
Rap music. Oh shit.
So you go a little lighter.
Okay. I got you.
We'll go dark in a minute.
Yeah, we're about to go dark right now. Do you know what a 6.9 is? A good thing ruined by a period.
All right. What is the best thing Tickle Me Elmo receives before leaving the toy factory?
A finger?
2 testicles.
2 testicles. Yo, okay, that was a good one. Did you know that diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes. Yeah. Another shit joke.
All right, since we're talking about asses, let me see. What do you get when you cross an onion with a donkey?
I don't know what.
An ass that'll bring tears to your eyes.
Okay. All right. That was a good one. I like that one. And that'll bring tears to your eyes. That's hilarious. I'm thinking something Shrek related. Onions and donkeys and ogres having layers.
There you go.
I got one. All right. So I don't know if you heard, but the inventor of the throat lozenge died last week. There was no coffin at the funeral.
All right.
But
What do you call a fat psychic?
I don't know what.
A fortune teller.
A fortune teller. Okay. That's hilarious. Keeping on brand with another poop joke.
All right.
I accidentally swallowed some Scrabble tiles. My next poop could spell disaster.
I guess it could. What is a crackhead's favorite song?
I don't know what.
I wanna rock.
Yo, that was a good one. That's funny. What do you call crystal clear urine? 1080p. 1080p.
All right. What is the worst place to sit in a theater?
I don't know where.
In John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, shit. A history joke. That's hilarious.
Took it out the gutter and went dark history.
I like that. What's a chicken's favorite game to play in the pool? Marco Pollo.
Right? Little bilingual action. I got one last one for you. What's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman?
I don't know what.
Snowballs.
Nah, okay. Got it.
Simplistic, effective.
All right, and for my last one, did you hear about the Mexican racist? He joined the KKK.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I figure bring a little humor, even if some of those were dark. That altar boy, man,
Shouldn't talk with your mouth full.
don't talk with your mouth.
Life
full.
lessons right there, bro. It's rude.
Yeah.
Very rude.
Well, with
Poor
that,
altar
I
boy.
mean, I wanted, it's the end of the episode. I know we shouted out at the beginning, but I definitely did want to shout out Mike B and the whole crew, for the help with all these shows.
And all the support,
All the support.
Everybody that's reached out, everybody that's tapped in, the family,
Friends
the
and family,
yeah,
definitely key.
riding with us as we have these long nights editing, and
We've got some ideas in the works for season 2, so we'll see what comes to fruition. But yeah, man, I mean, thank you. I mean, we've known each other since the beginning of high school.
yep.
So being
So
able
was
to
that 93, 92, 93?
So being able to sit here and still
Damn, 30 years.
still be able to say that we're friends and still talking shit, and it's dope. It's dope. Not a lot of people can say they've had friends for that long.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to say that I have quite a few that I've known for that long. So thank you. And I look forward to creating more bullshit.
I agree. Yeah, man. It's been real. It's been fun. I've had a great time doing this. I'm looking forward to doing it for some more. I don't know for how much longer, but as long as we got the time and the energy to do it, I don't give a damn if we get 7 views or 7 million. Like,
Indeed.
I appreciate those 7.
Absolutely.
Those 7s are my diehard. It's a lucky number. 7's a lucky number.
70 million. It doesn't matter as
all
long
derivatives of 7.
as long as it's a 7. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been fun. I mean, and I know we have lots of shit to talk, and we'll continue talking shit as we always do.
About nothing.
Just have microphones on while we're doing it.
Microphone check. Microphone.
I mean, how many
check,
times have we been out and we should have saved this
we
for the
should
podcast.
have. We should have.
And then we don't bring it to the podcast because it won't feel natural anymore. So that was that conversation. Done.
We should just start recording our outings. I don't know. I feel like I mean, who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm sure that's coming.
We'll see what season 2 brings.
I'm sure that's coming. But
Yeah.
with that, I think season 1, episode 20, we've definitely reached it.
We have reached a whole fucking 20 episodes. That's crazy. So that we've been doing this for
Couple months.
5 months?
Yeah.
Half a year? That's wild.
Yep.
Consistency.
Every Tuesday.
We've been dropping
So
regularly.
But we're thinking about hitting you guys with a Christmas special, so we might do a Christmas episode, in between the holidays. But
Be on the lookout.
But for the most part, we'll be back after the new year, and we'll have some new ideas, new topics, new craziness, and if there's anything to this day, like we've said, if there's anything you guys want to hear us talk about, bring up questions about, you have anything you want to say, hit us in the DMs, whatever.
Yeah. Something you think we could be doing different?
We'll. You want to be a
Let us know.
guest? Let me guess.
Oh yeah, you got something you want to talk about?
Hit us. You got, and that could be anybody from friends that we know that like to talk shit, shoot the shit, to musicians that want to promote music, to whatever craft.
Whatever you
wanna
got going
promote.
on.
Hit us up. We're gonna start doing the guest thing, so definitely hit us up.
Give people a opportunity to speak their piece. Like I know we ain't got the biggest platform, but we got a platform.
Hey, as much as I like reaching that, I want to see everybody else reach that. So
Big facts.
with reaching that facts, can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can You Reach That? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.